For 24 years, the Chicago Bears looked like the NFL's biggest failure at finding quarterbacks. But what if every bad decision, every wasted draft pick, was actually part of the most brilliant, evil plan in football history? The Bears weren't failing, they were preparing. And now, with $745 million spent on failed quarterbacks, their master plan is finally ready to be unleashed. The Calculated Catastrophe, 2000 to 2024. For over 2 decades, the Chicago Bears front office has played what may be the most elaborate long game in NFL history. A strategy so cunning, it almost defies belief. From 2000 to 2024, the Bears spent a staggering $745 million on quarterbacks. At first glance, it seemed like mismanagement, but the deeper you look, the clearer the pattern becomes. What the fuck? How did no one see this coming? The quarterback enigma. Oh my god, could this finally be the moment the Chicago Bears have been waiting for? Let's rewind and take a closer look at the quarterbacks who have defined this strange, frustrating journey. Jay Cutler, 102 games, 23,443 yards, 154 touchdowns, and 109 interceptions. Those are the raw numbers behind Jay Cutler's legacy with the Bears. But his 51-51 record? It's the epitome of mediocrity. Just good enough to keep the critics at bay, just bad enough to ensure the Bears never truly contended. He holds the franchise record for most career passing yards, but his time in Chicago ultimately showed what happens when a quarterback isn't quite great enough to lead a team to greatness. Mitch Trubisky.
The second pick in the 2017 NFL Draft, the Chicago Bears select Mitchell Trubisky.
Trubisky, selected second overall in the 2017 NFL Draft, started 51 games for the Bears. His stats: 10,609 yards, 64 touchdowns, and 37 interceptions. Seemed like a glimmer of hope. But his 64% completion rate? It wasn't enough to convince anyone that a breakthrough was imminent. He gave Bears fans just enough hope to keep dreaming. But in the end, it was all a mirage. Could the team have finally found its future with him? Or was he just another illusion? Justin Fields. Fast forward to 2024, Fields has started 40 games with a 60.3% completion rate, 6,674 yards, 40 touchdowns, and 30 interceptions. His 15-25 record sets the stage for the ultimate twist in the Bears' quarterback saga. Drafted in the first round of the 2021 NFL Draft, he may be the final piece of the puzzle, or just another chapter in a long list of failed quarterbacks. Could this be the end of the Bears' quarterback nightmare, or the beginning of something even more complicated? The Poles revelation. In 2022, when Ryan Poles became the Bears' general manager, he uncovered something buried deep within the team's financial records. It wasn't a case of bad luck or poor player development. It was something far more deliberate. The Bears weren't failing to find their franchise quarterback. They were laying the groundwork for something bigger, securing the top pick in the 2024 NFL Draft to land Caleb Williams, the once-in-a-generation talent from USC. By 2023, the strategy was clear. Every setback, every underwhelming season was part of a calculated effort to position themselves perfectly for Williams. The Bears were playing the long game, and in April 2024, their gamble paid off. With the first overall pick, they selected Williams, locking in their future quarterback, who was widely regarded as the most promising prospect in years. Williams signed a 4-year, $39.49 million fully guaranteed contract with the Bears, setting the stage for a new era in Chicago football. The plan was never about the failures. It was always about this moment, securing a franchise quarterback who could finally lead the team to greatness. The perfect storm. With Caleb Williams at the helm, the Bears now have the player who could redefine their history. But here's the question. Was this all part of a master plan to dominate the NFL? Or will Williams become another chapter in the Bears' long list of heartbreaks? Oh my God, this might be the turning point they've been waiting for. The Evil Trinity. 3 numbers that change everything. What makes this plan even more fascinating is how the Bears have strategically positioned themselves for a transformative future, leveraging 3 pivotal assets. $53.1 million in current cap space. This substantial financial flexibility enables the Bears to pursue high-impact free agents and retain key talent, setting the stage for immediate improvements. 4 picks in the top 100 of the 2024 draft. Armed with premium selections, including the first overall pick, the Bears have the opportunity to infuse their roster with top-tier talent. Notably, they secured quarterback Caleb Williams from USC with the number 1 pick, signaling a commitment to revitalizing their offense. $200 million projected cap space for 2026. That's crazy! Looking ahead, this $200 million in projected cap space gives the Bears insane financial flexibility to dominate the future. It's enough to keep the team competitive for years, adapt to whatever the market throws at them, and make some game-changing moves whenever they need. Just imagine what they could do with that kind of money at their disposal. The 5 phases of evil. Next, let's break down the 5 phases that compromise the Bears' grand design. Phase 1. The Fields Deception. Justin Fields' 1,106 passing yards, 5 touchdowns, and 1 interception by Week 8 of 2024, along with a 52.1 passer rating, play directly into the strategic narrative. The modest stats maintain his trade value while masking the true intent of the organization. By showcasing flashes of brilliance, the Bears bait potential suitors into believing Fields is a salvageable asset. Once the bait has served its purpose, they'll make their move, revealing the real foundation of their master plan. What will the Bears do once Fields is no longer in their plans? Is his replacement already waiting in the wings? Phase 2. The Williams Gambit. Caleb Williams isn't just the Bears' target. He's the centerpiece of a years-long manipulation. With 9,912 passing yards, 93 touchdowns, and only 14 interceptions in college, he's hailed as a generational talent. But hidden behind those stats lies a subtle but exploitable weakness in his decision-making under pressure. The Bears scouts didn't just identify him, they created their strategy around how to weaponize him in ways no one expects. What are they planning to unleash? Phase 3. The Coaching Conspiracy. The Bears are hiring a head coach, and they've assembled a psychological warfare unit disguised as a coaching staff. The shortlist alone reveals their calculated intentions. Ben Johnson. With the Lions, he engineered an offense averaging 27.1 points per game and turned Jared Goff into a 4,575-yard, 30-touchdown weapon. Imagine what his system could do when paired with Caleb Williams. Mike Vrabel. Defensive maestro with a 54-45 record as Titans head coach, an AFC Championship appearance in 2019, and Coach of the Year honors in 2021. Vrabel is known for his disciplined, aggressive defensive schemes. His leadership could reshape the Bears into a defensive powerhouse. Ryan Day. A quarterback whisperer. As Ohio State's head coach, Day developed NFL stars like Justin Fields, Dwayne Haskins, and C.J. Stroud. Renowned for quarterback development and offensive innovation, Day's expertise could unlock Williams' potential and modernize Chicago's offense. Phase 4. The Shadow Program. Meanwhile, in the background, 3 unnamed specialist coaches are already implementing training methods that combine psychological manipulation with cutting-edge analytics. Their techniques reportedly push the boundaries of NFL regulations. What happens when innovation becomes indistinguishable from madness? Phase 5, the long game. The Bears' 5-12 record in 2024 isn't a failure. It's the chessboard being reset for a new game. Despite the losses, the defense's improvement reveals the hidden layers of the plan. Every step, every decision, every seemingly disappointing moment was calculated to set the stage for dominance. If this is only an evolution, what are they evolving into? Could this transformation be the dawn of an era that changes the NFL forever? The final manipulation. The most disturbing question isn't whether this plan will work. It's whether the NFL is secretly counting on it to succeed. The Bears aren't just rebuilding. They're rewriting the rules of NFL empire building through systemic manipulation. Deep within Hallis Hall, the machinery is already in motion. The coaching candidates aren't just hires. They're pieces of a larger puzzle designed to change professional football forever. But the key question remains: what if this entire Evo plan is exactly what the NFL needs? What if the Bears' manipulation of the system isn't just allowed, it's the future? What the fuck? This might be bigger than anyone expected. The answer lies in those three numbers that no one's connecting yet. By the time they do, Chicago's transformation will be complete, and the NFL will never be the same. The curse isn't ending. It's evolving into something far more powerful, and that might have been the plan all along. Eberflus's exit, a tactical masterstroke. Matt Eberflus wasn't just fired. He played his role to perfection in the Bears' covert master plan. Think about it. Defensive transformation. In 2023, the Bears' defense leapt from 29th to 12th in key metrics, showing massive improvement under Eberflus. Foundation built. The defensive unit emerged as a future juggernaut, capable of becoming the backbone of an era-defining team. Controlled mediocrity. With a 7-10 record, Eberflus kept the team just competitive enough to stay under the radar while ensuring a prime draft position for 2024. His firing wasn't the result of failure. It marked the completion of his mission in Phase 1. Eberflus did precisely what the Bears needed, built the groundwork for a top-tier defense while keeping their draft prospects intact. If Eberflus was part of the plan, who's next in the coach's chair? Could this be a calculated elevation to unleash the defense's full potential? What happens if this perfect mediocrity becomes a weaponized dominance? Eberflus wasn't a casualty. He was the architect of the Bears' quiet revolution. Now that his role is done, what's coming next might shake the league to its core. Thomas Brown, the interim deception. The elevation of Thomas Brown to interim head coach isn't merely a stopgap measure. It's a calculated maneuver within the Bears' overarching strategy. Brown, who began the 2024 season as the offensive coordinator and offensive passing game coordinator, brings a fresh perspective from his tenure with the Carolina Panthers. His promotion serves multiple strategic purposes. Testing offensive innovations. Under Brown's guidance, the Bears have the latitude to experiment with new offensive schemes, subtly integrating elements without exposing their comprehensive strategy. Maintaining operational stability. Brown's leadership ensures continuity, allowing the team to implement Phase 1 of their plan without attracting undue attention. Data acquisition for future leadership. His interim tenure provides invaluable insights into team dynamics, informing the selection and preparation of the next permanent head coach. However, the true depth of this strategy remains concealed. What are the specific offensive concepts being tested? How will this period of stability be leveraged in the long term? And what criteria will be used to choose the next head coach based on the data gathered during Brown's interim period? The answers to these questions are closely guarded, leaving room for speculation about the Bears' ultimate intentions. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the Bears' game-changing plan, subscribe now and don't miss out. The next video is going to be insane.